Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to look at the Arsenal match reaction versus Southampton. And in terms of the first talking point, it has to be the problem between Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Mikel Arteta. And this is a major thing that should be taken into consideration, because we know Aubameyang was a success for Arsenal. He scores lots of goals. We know what he's able to do. But when he has this bad patch of form, this is a problem when it comes for Arteta, is how is he going to deal with the situation? He's a big name player. He's someone that earns a lot at this football club. But I really appreciate Arteta's decision. If he breaches disciplinary procedures, that's what happens. You have to miss some games. You're going to face the punishment, and that's what it is. And I think Arteta, what he done is right, and I think we should go to start selling Aubameyang. In terms of the match, in terms of what happened in the first 10 to 20 minutes, I think also, and especially Gabriel Magalhaes with that rash tackle, which I thought he was making rash passes, he was making rash tackles, and the atmosphere wasn't great at all in the training ground, in the pitch, and the Emirates Stadium was quite empty. There were seats that were empty. We know that the mood was not good. We know that the position was not good. We know that the strength was not good, and we know that when it comes to Arsenal as a whole, we need to see a little bit more positivity in the team, and that was the problem. We didn't have a lot of positivity, and there were moments where Gabriel Magalhaes, for me, looked a little bit rash, but as the game grew on, he was able to continue to impress. But that yellow card in the first 3 minutes was a problem, and luckily he was able to get back to the game, and he was making important defending headers and making passes as well. And then we started to see Aaron Ramsdale's class in the match, and we are going to really appreciate how good this man is. And I was one of the few people that stated that Aaron Ramsdale will be a success at this football club. A lot of fans did get against me, so a lot of fans did say that, what are you saying? He's got relegated with Bournemouth, he got relegated with Sheffield United. How's he going to become a success at Arsenal? And the thing that what I saw from this signing was that he was very influential. He was the best player when it comes to those three teams that he got relegated with, and when it comes to Ramsdale's vocal abilities and his passing range, the goal that he was able to provide, which we'll go on to talk about next, and that pass that he done to Gabriel Martinelli when it was through on goal after a corner, and the saves he was making, like, he doesn't make stupid things, and that's something that I love about Aaron Ramsdale. And in terms of the first goal from Alexander Lacazette, just talking about Ramsdale, let's moving on from him. What a brilliant passage of play. If that was Bernd Leno, and he had the ball, and if that was Bernd Leno and he had the ball, we would have probably lost that ball, and probably Southampton would have pressed and we would have conceded. But Ramsdale was very influential. You saw how he celebrated when the first goal went in. It's good that Lacazette was able to get a goal given the Aubameyang incident we just talked about with his disciplinary mistakes. And when it comes to Lacazette, it was a good goal, it was a good finish. And when it comes to also, it was a good goal. And that's what Arteta wants to do, that passage of play. Something that we've seen with Wenger as well, where we used to just one-touch passing, quick one-touch passing. That's something that Arteta has implemented as well. He has learned from that, and he has implemented to get a brilliant first goal for the Gunners versus a struggling Southampton side. And then to top it off with a Martin Odegaard goal. In terms of the goal, it was very scrappy. It was the complete opposite to the first goal, which was precise, clear, focused, determined. And this match was a little bit, struggled a little bit. This goal, struggled a little bit in terms of that precision and that perfectness. But Odegaard is someone that is impressing massively, and when Odegaard was brought into the squad, and so many people criticised, why do we not get James Maddison, why do we not get other players? But something that Odegaard has is technical ability. We saw with that header that he precised that very well. He knew where the head was going to go, and he focused it very well in terms of what he was able to deliver. And for me, Odegaard is a top level player. He will continue to thrive, and now we need to see some assists, and he will be that complete number 10 that we have been looking for. And then there were moments of play where I just loved about Gabriel, and this guy is showing how hard working he is. He shows his fitness, he shows his skills, and he was up for this match, and he's taking that number, like left winger's spot, and he's making that position and he's making Emil Smith-Rowe fight for that position now. And that's something that we need in this squad, healthy competition. Arteta made a very bold decision, to stay with the same squad that played versus Everton. But Martinelli for me is a strong player. He's a well-determined player, and Mikel Arteta and young players love to get along with each other, and that's something that we clearly saw from this experience with Martinelli. It was brought in from Ituano, £7 million and a new signing. Someone that is tipped to be the next big thing. He is showing now that he is the next big thing, and his hard work Remember, when we saw Martinelli when he joined Arsenal, he was very skinny. He was someone that could lose the physical battle all day long, but he has improved massively. And then in the terms of Lacazette, he could have scored a few more goals. Remember, in the first half, there were a lot of opportunities where he had the opportunity, where he tried to slip through for Martinelli. That shouldn't have been what he's done. He should have just took a shot with his left foot. In terms of another chance, he was running through, then he lost the ball because he got a bit too ahead of himself. And that's a man lacking confidence. And this makes the decision that we need a new striker. For me, Calvert-Lewin is the perfect deal. Alexander Isak does look good as well, but can he adapt to the Premier League is one question. But with Calvert-Lewin, he is someone that can score goals with his head. He's English. He's someone that can get along with Saka, Ramsdale and Smith Rowe as 4 players that can now fight for the England squad and be number ones in that as well. And when it comes to Calvert-Lewin, he's not a no-nonsense. He's not a player that, if he misses one goal, that he will lose his confidence. That's something that we see in these players like Lacazette, but we need to score more and more goals. In terms of what my opinion is as Mikel Arteta as manager from this game, if Arsenal did get a poor result, if Arsenal didn't perform as they did perform in the first half and continue that, then Arsenal would have been a little bit more shaky. But remember, this is a struggling Southampton side. I stick by what my words were versus Everton. If you guys listen to that point, you guys know what my point is, that we have to stick with the Mikel Arteta signings. For me, Xhaka still has to leave the squad. For me, Lacazette still has to leave the squad, because these 2 players are not Arteta's signings. When you look at Arteta's signings, and also Kieran Tierney, for me, when you look at Nuno Tavares, he is impressing much more at certain moments in time, even though Tierney did put a brilliant header towards Odegaard. That's my only anomaly at the moment, and he's always the odd one out for everything, odd one out in training, only one wearing a training shirt and shorts. So he could be the odd one out, he could be the anomaly when it comes to my decision. But you have to remove the players that have been in the Wenger, Emery and Arteta era. You know, the players Lacazette, Xhaka, these 2 players in particular have to leave. Tierney hasn't been in the Wenger era, so he can stay for me. And when it comes to Arteta, he has to bounce back from these games, be ruthless. If someone makes a mistake, and continue to impress as Arsenal manager. So we will have to wait and see how Arsenal performs at the end of this season. If you want to see more daily videos from Arsenal News TV, make sure you click the subscribe button, hit the like button so I know if you enjoyed the video, and share the video to your Arsenal friends and family. Click one of the videos on the screen and I'll see you there.